Hello everyone, welcome to our webinar, our CV writing webinar. So, hello. I don't know whether you can hear me. Okay. All right, hi everyone. My name is Genevieve Amponzat. So as we promised, it's 3 p.m. Yes, we promised to start at 1. It's 3 minutes past 1, and today we'll be talking about everything concerning CV. So my name is Genevieve Amponsa. As I mentioned, I work with Jobberman as a community marketer. So this afternoon, to help us understand what CV writing is, what CVs entails, what really goes into writing a CV, will be two resource persons here with me. Joining me will be Michael Akwesigima, and Adi Amwako also will be joining us. So if you are here, I want to know how you are doing this afternoon. It's a Friday afternoon, so let's see who is here. So if you are here, let me see you type hi in the comment section. Just say something nice to me. Yes, I really want to know from you where you are watching us from or where you are joining us from. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have over 600 people who have registered for this. Yes, okay. So Alex, thank you for joining. So if you're also on, let me know that you are here. All right, so I'll invite my speakers very soon. But before that, I still want to see those who are here. All right, I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay, so why is it not live? So as I said earlier, I'm inviting my speakers to join me. So Adi and Michael, if you are ready. Okay, so I see Fred joining. Thank you, Fred. La Ilate, thank you. Samuel Kabute says hi. Marilyn Denchi, hi. And Daniel, hi to you. And I see Theodore Mauli. Thank you also for joining. So it's going to be a very great afternoon. Okay, so Adi and Michael. Trying to get Michael too online so we can begin. Okay, so I'm just waiting for my speakers to connect and we will begin. But before they connect, I want to tell you about Jobberman. So Jobberman is a recruitment company here in Ghana, and we connect job seekers to opportunities, and we connect employers to qualified candidates who are ready for work. Yes, so if you're an employer listening or joining us now, this is the right platform for you. Just come to Jobberman and we will help you hire the best fits for your roles. So is Adi and Michael available now? Okay, I think they're having issues with internet, so let's still wait on them. So we'll be talking about CVs today. All right, Adineke, I'm looking forward to the event. Thank you for joining. Kofi Nyamijumia says, nice to be part of this program. Thank you, Kofi. Samuel Finn says, I'm really excited to be a part of this webinar. Thank you, Samuel. Eric Amperchum, thanks very much for scheduling such an event. Thank you, Eric, for also joining. So let me see if my speakers are still not ready. Okay. Well, okay, so they'll be joining us soon. Let me tell you something about, I mentioned what we do at Jobberman. So currently we have something we call the Best Match 2.0, What BetMatch 2.0 means is we have now revamped what we used to call Best Match. At first, we have Best Match services, of which employers could connect to best or qualified candidates within 7 days. So now we are saying within 10 working days, we are going to give you the best fits for your roles. And with this time run, we have added what we call a complementary assessment test. So with this test, candidates are able to take this test, and then we can know who is an expert, who is a beginner, and who is also an intermediate. So with Best Match services, you are good to go. Find the best and qualified candidate to work for you in your organization. And if you are also a job seeker, this is the time for you to get matched with an employer within 10 working days. So to help us understand how to get connected to an employer within 10 working days, that's why we have to schedule this event specifically for you to know how to tailor your CVs to get connected to your dream jobs and then to your choice of companies. Yes, so today we'll be talking about that. Sometimes you get CVs and then they are all grabbed up. You don't even understand and know where exactly to start from. So that's all about it. We'll be talking about CVs today. I'll get back to you and then my speakers will join very soon.
I started working myself. Going, sir. At the office, man. Yeah. We need to admin as well.
No, it's fine here. You are live now.
Okay, so it looks like Michael just joined us. So, hello, Michael.
Hello.
Yes, you're welcome. We were waiting for you.
Yes.
Our audience were waiting for you. We really want to know what you have for us today.
Hi everybody.
Yes, so before you speak, I'd like to introduce you very well to our speaker, our audience. Yes, you are very first speaker, and 10 minutes is almost gone, so I don't want us to waste so much time.
That's
yes,
right.
so let me switch on my video. And okay, so yes, Michael is here. Michael is our recruitment manager here at Jobberman Ghana. He has over 7 years experience in human resource and recruitment, and he specialized in recruiting for oil and gas firms. And you see, Michael, he's so experienced. He deals with over thousands of CVs, and as of now, he has placed over thousands of professionals in companies in Ghana and then in Africa, like all over Africa. So Michael knows what it is when it comes to CVs and a winning CV, how to get connected to employers and how to get an employer to notice you as a job seeker. So without wasting much time, I would like Michael to start up with what a CV is and why you need one as a professional. So Michael, you're welcome. The floor is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi everybody. Okay, so CV. Everybody knows about CV, and we always, as career people, one of the things that we always look out for is our CVs. What is CV then? Well, we all know CV. Okay, so let me take it again. Understanding the CV and why you need one, right? So we all know when we talk about CV, resume, everybody knows about CV as a can you go to the next slide, please? Okay, thank you. What is a CV? The types of CVs that we have. Here we will just because of time is already spent. We'll just be a little brief on all this and what employers and recruiters look out for on your CVs, and why do you need a CV at all as a career person or as a job seeker. So here, we first like to know what a CV is. Basically, a CV is your marketing tool. A CV is your marketing tool. So as you can see, it is a comprehensive summary statement of your educational background. So here, the emphasis is on comprehensive summary. Comprehensive summary. So that means your CV should not be so volumic or so flouted with things that will not be necessary when you're applying for a particular role. Then your CV should also have a skill set. Your CV should be able to tell the recruiter, the headhunter, about your skill set. So your CV should be able to elaborate more on your skills that you have acquired throughout the past years or your working years that you are going to bring on board. So that is also another characteristic or another reason why you should have a CV. Can we go to the next slide? Okay, so career progression. Yes, another section where, as I indicated earlier, we are looking at your academic backgrounds. We are looking at your skill set, then your career progression, where you started, how you've developed along the way up to where you are now, and more so, how related this role that you want to apply is to this role, is to your experience. So you are looking at your previous experience, what you have acquired so far, and what you are bringing, the value that you are coming to add up to this new role that you are applying for. So your career progression should be progressive enough. The person or the recruiter, the employer, the headhunter should know that, okay, he started as, say, a customer service personnel, then he or she went on to maybe business executive, business development executive, and on and on and on. So the progression should be also felt in your CV. Then if you have maybe a research experience that you would like to equally add to your CV, fine. But in all these four main things that we've already spoken about, that is your academics, your career set, or your skill set, and your career progression, all should be enough to successfully sell your ability to a potential employer. So if all this that we've mentioned, if your career, your academics, your skill set, and your career progression cannot sell you out successfully, then that is not a CV. Then that is not a CV. So in all this, remember that whatever you put on that piece of paper or two should be able to tell any headhunter, any recruiter that yes, this person is a potential candidate, and this will give you a chance to talk to or to have a room to be open to the next room of it for interview. So one, your academic background; two, your skill set; and three, your career progression. Maybe yes. The next slide is okay. Yes, what are types of CVs? We always hear people, oh, I'm going to edit my CV, I'm going to edit. But what are the types of CVs that we have? Well, one is the chronological CV. Here, we are looking at CVs that are more explanatory on your jobs, but starting from the current to the last or the oldest job that you ever performed. If, for instance, if it's about your career experience that we are looking up here, your CV should be able to tell us that, okay, this person, for instance, maybe I started as an HR intern. Then I moved on to become an HR officer. Then I moved on to become maybe an HR assistant. Then became the HR head. So it's in that form. But when you are writing your CV, you should start with you being the head of HR, to being assistant, to being an officer, then to an intern. This will help any recruiter to know the progression that you have been, you have get yourself involved so far in terms of your career. Then when we talk about skill-based CVs, skill-based CVs are CVs that normally do not talk so much about your job responsibilities at particular places. For instance, people that best suits this type of CVs are those that go onshore. That is for the oil and gas sector. You have people going there as stewards, at roustabouts, at floor hands. With them, you only just indicate that maybe you went as a roustabout with this vessel and this time. You don't need to elaborate so much on the various job responsibilities or roles that you perform. So it's just based on your skill. You are a roustabout. And another people that are very that best use them is the civil construction engineers or the civil construction sector. Here, most of these people have short-term contracts. For instance, they put maybe a 5-bedroom house or something. So all that they need, maybe if a recruiter wants someone from such a field, they want to know which are the various projects that you got yourself involved, which are the various projects that you did, and what roles that you perform in those. So here you don't need so much emphasis on what you basically were doing. But if you want to elaborate on it, fine. But when it comes to the skill base, it's basically about the job role that you perform, maybe with the company that you perform with, and the time frame that you perform that role. Then we talk about the hybrid, which is a combination of the chronological and the skill-based CV. Here, that is basically the most used CVs these days. Almost everybody or most CVs are in this form. You elaborate more on the various skills that you for instance, if you were say a recruiter or say HR, head of HR, you mention it, you indicate the role that you perform, the date, then you go on to elaborate more on the various job responsibilities or various jobs that you ever did. So these are some of the things that would basically let you know the type of CV that you have. So these days and time, most people or most even ATS, when I say ATS, application tracking systems that most of the recruiting companies use these days are more concerned or are more geared or skewed towards the hybrid type of CV. So if, for instance, you write your CV in the form of skill-based and it goes into the ATS, it's very difficult for you to probably maybe best candidate for the role, but because of the way it's been arranged, you may miss that opportunity. Okay. So what are some of the importance of CVs? Well, one, as I said earlier on, your CV is your marketing tool. It sells you out. A lot of people go to interviews without even not having time to go over their CVs. One, your CV should serve as a refreshing piece of material for you. So one, refresh your mind before a job interview. Sets the agenda for your future. Here, when we talk about setting the agenda for the future, we're looking at your CV being able to let you, like, it helps you to know the developmental stages of your career. That, okay, today I'm here, this is where I want to go. So what are the things that I need to know before I go to this level? Once I remember my former boss was like, if you want to play Manchester United, you can't be playing as someone who wants to play maybe Leicester City or something. You play so well to be recognized before you are poached into Manchester. So your CV is there to guide you. Okay, so I'm here as an HR head, or I'm here as an HR officer. In the next 2-3 years, I want to be HR head. What do I do? What are the process? So your CV is there to serve as a guide to that point. Next slide, please. Okay, it gives you a sense of security. Yes, if you have a CV, you know that you've developed yourself for so long. You know that these are the things that you've done so much, and there's this job opportunity that you see. Looking at your CV, looking at a job opportunity, it's just gives you that confidence, just give you that assurance that, oh, this is what I'm looking for, this is the exact thing that I want to go for, and hence it gives you that sense of security. You are so cool and so calm that, okay, this role is for me. And when there are roles that don't belong to you, yes, you know. For instance, this morning when I came and I was trying to, there's this role for a dentist, and I was trying to assess those who have applied for it. And I just checked, and I saw one person who have posted a CV. So I was like, oh, that is good. Let me go check. And I went, and the person was an accountant. Look at the mismatch. Please, when you are looking for a job, some of these things you should be looking at. You just don't send your CV because you want a job. Then you can be used as a calling card. Yes, of course. That is where these days when you post your CV online, thousands of people just will be seeing your CV, and that is when people will definitely give you a call. So your CV is then serving as a calling card wherever you are, and whoever wants to talk to you will then have to go through your CV to get in touch with you. Next slide, please. I hope I'm not being too fast on this. Hello.
Yeah, hello,
Okay.
Michael.
Yes, I hope I'm not being too fast. Oh, it's okay. You can.
I think the pace is
go on.
okay. Yeah, the pace is fine. So, okay, before you continue, if you just joined in, yes, this is the CV Masterclass here. And with me here is recruitment manager, Michael Akwesi Chima. Yeah, so Michael is telling us about why you need a CV and how to also tailor your CV. So if you have any question, you can just drop them below where we have the ask a question. Just drop in your questions there, and I'll let Michael answer them. Okay, so currently we have over 600 people live here on Crowdcast, and we are also live on Facebook. So if you are watching, or if you are okay, so if you just join, I see Michael Samuel Kabute also join. All right, thank you, Samuel, and Monica, thank you. So Michael will just take it away from there, and we'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
Your questions.
Thank you, Genevieve. So the next point that I want to elaborate on is your CV layout. Your CV layout. Mostly, it's your CV layout are the most catchy aspect of all. For instance, let's take the first part of it. That is your personal details. Your personal details. A lot of people do a lot of. Remember, before I go on. CVs are not supposed to be so bulky. Research shows that the best CVs are almost two leaves, 2 pages. Then you are done with your CV. When someone should pick your CV, there are certain things that they are looking out for. See, people are not picking, employer is not picking your CV, or a headhunter who has about 1,000 CVs to go through is not picking your CV to know how old you are, whether you are married or not. No. They want to know your name. They want to know your contact. How do they get in touch with you how do they get in touch with you when they want to have access to you, when they think that you are best qualified for the role? So these are basic things that you don't need to put so much, embedding your CV so much that people will go to the extent of writing their father's name, their mother's name on their CV. No, please. It's your marketing tool. It's just your name, your contact, your email address. If you have a LinkedIn address, perfect. Don't use sexy or other kind of emails, sexygongon@gmail, whatever. Some of be professional as possible. Just limit your CV to everybody goes to pick your CV, check your email, and some nice name. Maybe you can use your name, your initials, and you are good to go. Don't overburden your CV with unnecessary information. So as I said, the heading should just be the personal data should just be your name, your contact details, and if possible, the roles that you've performed before, or the role that you are aspiring to. So it's one of the things that you have to be very, very particular about. Then you can go on to talk about your professional summary. Here, a lot of employers or headhunters takes much attention to that. They just want to know, okay, for instance, if I'm looking for someone with 10 years experience, and from your CV, I don't have anything. Probably I have to calculate the number of years that you've been working at various sectors. But if I should pick your CV and from your professional experience, professional summary, I can see that you have 10 years experience. I'm good to go. I would like to go further. I would like to read more. I would like to know more. You understand? So this is very, very, very important. Then another thing that I also like you to know about after aside your professional summary is also your professional strength and skills. Here you should have them bulleted. Don't just spread it all over like no man's business. Please, if it's relationship management, get it there. If report writing skills, get it there. Communication skills, get it there. So bulleted. You bullet it so that when some of these things are necessary because the ATS picks some of these things when you are shortlisted for a role. So because of the ATS, that is the application tracking system, some of these things are very, very necessary when applying for a role. You put all these details down, but as I said, don't just line them up in a row. Just bullet it, spread it nicely right after your professional summary. Okay, next step, please. Very good. Yes, another the main body, or better still, the various your relevant experience. Here, I use the word relevant experience because it should not just be any experience, but it should be more targeted to the role that you want to apply for. So it should be relevant enough, or the past experience that you have, whatever you are bringing on board should be more tailor-made to suit what you are applying for. So the experience should be relevant to the role that you are applying for. So for instance, if you're applying for, to be a fund transfer officer, you should know that you should have read the job description to make a lot of impact when you are writing your CV. You should have a fair idea of the job description so that you can make it more tailor-made. Then in writing your CV, look at some of these basic things that we take for granted. The name of the company that you worked for should be one of the things that you should consider. The role, and also the year or the time frame that you worked should also be looked out for. So for instance, on this presentation, we have XYZ Ghana Limited, and the person worked as a fund transfer officer. Then the year or the month the person began to work till the date that the person left that job or that role. You understand? So these are some of the things that we should be very, very particular about. These are some of the things that, and when you are writing your CVs, some of the things that you should also consider in terms of your various job responsibilities. People don't. You should own the job. You should put it. You should use more of action words. For instance, I managed the activities of. I supervised. I led a team of. You should use those action words for employer or a recruiter to know that you were in charge of the role, or better still, you assisted someone in performing the role. So these action words should be considered when writing your CV. Then some of the achievements. Yes, achievement is one of the things that also recruiters or headhunters also look out for. They look out for the achievement that you were able to accomplish when you were with the company. They always want to know, okay, so you went to the company and you said you were probably ABCD. Were you able to add any value? So your achievements are also much appreciative on your CV. And better still, if you can quantify those achievements. For instance, increase fund transfer from 25% to 75% within a period. So when a recruiter or a headhunter picks this, he or she knows that, okay, this person was able to add a lot of value to an organization or adds value to any organization that he or she goes or works for. So please again, be very, very much particular about your achievement as well. Then last but not the least will be your educational background. Yes, with this, mostly and best, you should start your arranging your education from the most recent qualification that you had. And also remember that yes, the qualification is there, then the institution that you had that qualification from, the school or the institution that you had that qualification, and the of completion. These are some of the most important things that recruiters also look out for. The program, the faculty or the school or the institution that you had that program from, or the degree from, or the master's from. And mostly one other thing that people add a lot, people go to the extent of adding their JSS school certificate, BC, and even SS. Well, with the SS, yes, I would say it's fine. But with JSS, please, everybody knows that yes, before you get to the university, before you have a degree, you definitely have to go through the various stages to get your degree. So some of these things are not necessary so much when in terms of writing CVs for maybe any role, and you should be very, very, very particular about them. As I said, if you have any other form of also training or any other form of certification, especially those in the accounting field, they have a lot of certifications aside the degrees and the masters that they have. They have other certification bodies that they've also have various certificates from. You need to add them because, to be very frank with you, most accounting firms or most organizations or employers, when they want people from the accounting firm, they want people who have chartered. They want people with ACAs and all those stuff. So please and please again, try as much as possible to get this thing on your CV. And with the training, yes, if you had also gained extra training through your career path, you need to add them. You need to add them. This will help any employer to know that, okay, maybe this person coming for this role, it's not just coming to be an HR, it's not just coming to be maybe an accountant, but have previous experiences from such trainings. And this is employers and recruiters also look out for some of these things. Okay. So can we have the next slide, please? Okay. So some of the tips you need when writing your CV. One, as I said earlier on, your CV should be made to suit the role that you have applied for. Tailor your CV to each job advert by using the exact keywords and skills used in the job advert. So here, yes, a lot of people take or send CVs because they just saw the job advert and they just send the CV because they have it on their phones and their other machines. But you should first look at what the job description, the JD, is pointing out for, what the job description is saying. Then you can make it more tailor-made to suit. When a recruiter picks your CV and sees that, okay, I was looking for Mr. A or B who can do A to Z, and I pick your CV and I see that you have these set values or set skills in it, I easily identify with you and want to give you a call to get to know more. So please try as much as possible. Don't just push CVs. Make sure that it's more tailor-made to suit the role that you're looking for. Then keep your CV brief and precise. Here, your CV, as I said, sometimes people just put so much on their CVs, which really does not make any meaningful impact on the CV that they have presented have presented for the role. So please make sure that it's very brief. The most you can do is two. The most you can do is two. You should have at least a CV or a page or two. Then it should be precise. Please and please again, another thing that people also do, people just go to the net, pick job responsibilities for a role and just add it to their CVs when they in actual fact cannot perform whatever it is on their CV. So please, as much as you can, be as truthful as possible on your CV. Be as truthful as possible on your CV. Then another thing that you have to do, that you have to be checking for your spellings and grammatical errors. Remember, you will never be there where your CV will get to. You will never be there to probably explain yourself. So as much as possible, make sure that you proofread before you share your CV. any other person. So if in short, I will leave it here. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions that you'd like to add, that would be fine and be welcome. Thank you so much. Genevieve.
Thank you so much, Michael. So that was a quick one from Michael Akwesijima. Michael is our recruitment manager here at Jobberman Ghana. He knows everything about CV, and I know you have learned a lot. Okay, so I have some questions. And okay, somebody is asking, this is coming from Ajwa. Ajwa says, what is the ideal font style for a CV? Michael. Hello, Michael. Can you hear me? Michael, can you hear me? Hello, Michael. Michael, can you hear me? Okay, it looks like Michael cannot hear me. I'm trying to get him to answer your questions for you. Okay, so let me try to see. Okay, so Adi, can you hear me? Adi, can you hear me? It looks like Michael cannot hear me. Okay, it seems we had a little bit of difficulty. We had a little bit of difficulty with Michael, his internet connection and all that. So Michael, if you can hear me. Hello, Michael. Can you hear me now? Okay, Michael, can you hear me now? All right, it looks like Michael still can't hear me speak. So let's move to Adi. I think by the time Adi is done, Michael will be back and we can answer your questions. So Adi is a recruitment specialist here and at the same time a CV specialist here at Jobberman Ghana. Yes, Adi deals with over thousands of CVs, yes, every week. So I think I spoke to Adi yesterday and I was like, Adi, how many CVs do you scan within a day? And he told me averagely 200 CVs. So Adi is the go-to person when it comes to writing CVs here in Jobberman. He deals with CVs. He's a go-to man. He connects employers to the best candidates, and he's able to pinpoint out what is wrong with your CV, and how best we can tailor your CV to suit any job that you really want to apply for. So to help us understand how to tailor your CV the right way is Adi Amwakosiao. Adi, if you can hear me loud and clear, you are welcome.
All right, good afternoon, Genevieve. And then good afternoon to our listeners, our 656 listeners. Can you hear me?
Viewers actually, they're viewers.
Oh, viewers. Yeah.
Yes,
Good afternoon to
and
you
we are
all.
also live on
All right.
Facebook as well.
All right. So my name is Adias Riley said I'm the CV specialist with Jobberman Ghana.
Yeah.
And I also do recruitment for Jobberman Ghana. So today I'll be talking more about how to tailor your CV for every job opportunity that you want to fill. I want to start by giving a scenario. Let's assume you have a wedding or you've been invited as a wedding guest, and then you've been given some specific colors to come to the wedding with. I'm sure you go to the market, get the colors, and then you get a style that maybe is prescribed for that particular wedding. And just as you spend time going through all this process just to get to the wedding reception looking the best, that's the same way you also need to get time to tailor your CV to fit any job opportunity that you see on Jobberman website or any other job that you want to apply with. So I'll be taking you through the process of how to tailor your CV for any job so that you can stand the best chance of being invited for an interview, and then I will take it up from there. Can I have the next slide, please? All right, next slide. Right. So just as an overview, I will let you know what a tailored CV is, how to get noticed by recruiters, how to tailor your CVs, and I'll make the opportunity for questions and answers from our viewers. All right. Now, let me borrow the quote from one of my favorite mentors, that's Alberto Cran. He made mention that strategy is very dynamic. If strategy is very dynamic, that means everything that you do have to be changing. And there's no one size fits all approach to everything. So, as I said at the beginning of this session, job search is an art. If you want to search for a job, you need to take the pain to go through the process to search for the job. And there are so many jobs, as rightly communicated earlier on by Michael, that there are so many jobs on our website. But you have the situation where people will just keep on applying for the job without even telling you in their CV. It's not the best. Any job that you see has a specific requirement. You need to look out for what the job is requiring you, and then you make sure you tailor your CV. You skill your experiences to fit that particular job that you want to apply. So strategy is not dynamic, and there's no one. Strategy is very dynamic, and then there's no one size fits approach to job search. You need to be very particular about that. Now, what is a tailored CV? When we say to tailor a CV, it means you are writing your CV to fit a particular job description, a sector, or an industry. So the way you apply for a job, let's say in the mining and oil and gas, or maybe the mining industry, will be different from how maybe a CV will be written for an accounting role. So if let's say you are applying for an accounting or maybe an admin role or whatever it is, make sure you like let's say you tailor the CV to fit that particular job description. For instance, you have a job that requires 10 years Microsoft Excel, and you know within yourself that you have the skills that you like the job recruiter or maybe the hiring manager get. Remember that you not be there to. So whatever the job description that is requiring of you, you make sure you put it on your CV so that the CV will be able to pass to get the opportunity for an interview. There are so many jobs and get so many applications coming in. But then at Jobberman, what we use is region for. So basically, when you next slide, please.
Hello, Adi.
Yeah, Jamie.
Are you there?
Yeah, next slide, please.
Okay, it looks like your video is off. Okay, so the next slide. Have you seen
All
that?
right. Yeah. So
We want to see your face, please.
I can see myself here.
Okay, it looks like you're off here. All right, that's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
Go
So a third CV draws attention to yourself. A typical example: if there are thousands of applications that maybe a recruiter needs to filter to get what he or she is looking out for, and let's say out of the 1,999 of all the applications do not have the particular skill set or the experience that the person is looking out for, you don't get a chance to be seen. So that one person who will take the pain to go through the process of tailoring his CV, let's say, will be the guy who has been highlighted in red. He will be the only one to stand out for. So when you tailor your CV, you get a chance to highlight your experiences, you highlight your skill, and then you stand out from the many applications that we have. So we have people saying, oh, I have applied for jobs on Jobberman websites and then I'm not getting calls, I'm not getting interviews. Check your CV. Perhaps you are just using one generic CV to apply for all the 1,000 jobs that we have. Make sure you tailor your CV to fit that particular job description so that you get a chance to stand out and then you be called for an interview. Next slide, please. Now, how to tailor your CV? Here's the situation. If you have a job and then you want to apply for, the first thing you need to check is to look out for the job description. There is no job that will go out without a job description. So first, you review the description. Make sure you go through it from start to end. What is the job asking for? What are the responsibilities? What are the requirements? Does it require someone with, let's say, an entry-level experience? Does it require someone with, let's say, a middle-level experience or maybe a high-level experience? Check out for all these things. If the job is asking you to get, let's say, skill XYZ, make sure you have XYZ on your CV. If the job is, let's say, asking you to get, let's say, 5 years experience, let's say in general, 5 years accounting experience, but let's say you have to have 2 years experience maybe in the banking industry, and let's say 3 years experience maybe in the hotel industry. If you have that kind of experience, make sure you highlight it on your CV. And you can only do this when you take the chance to review the job description. Don't just submit your CV because you want to get a job. No, look out for the job description and then you tailor your CV along that side. The second point is you compare your resume. Now there's a master CV, or let's say you have one standard CV that you have, which has all your working experiences from, let's say, 2000 to present, which is 2021. And you want to tailor your CV to fit that particular job experience or that job requirement. So you go to your master CV. What are the roles that I have performed in the past that fit this particular job that I want to perform? We have an instance whereby someone is an accountant now, and then maybe in the past had been a teacher, and then he has seen a job that requires someone with a teaching background. But here's the guy who has on his CV accounting to be the first job on the CV, and you have that teaching experience. What prevents you from taking off that part that has the experience with the accounting and bringing the experience that has the teaching? So the job description will be the benchmark. Your CV will be like what you are comparing. So if there's a mismatch, then you make sure that you take out the irrelevant working experiences which are not particular to this particular job, and then you apply for that role. So you skill your CV to fit what the job requires from you. Now you have to customize your working experience. As I rightly said earlier on, now we are in this economy, we have people performing so many roles because of maybe various skill set that they've developed. So if the job requires an experience from a particular industry and you have on your CV, make sure that you customize your working experience to fit that particular job. So don't go and apply for a job, let's say for a project manager, and then you have HR background. It doesn't work. Customize your experience. Perhaps you might have done some project management in the past, let's say 5 years ago. Bring that project management experience up so that When the employer sees it, or let's say the hiring manager sees it, like, oh, okay, this is the guy I'm looking out for. Because trust me, if a hiring manager or a recruiter picks your CV, the maximum they'll spend on the CV is like 30 seconds. Just by glancing through the CV, maybe they'll know, okay, this is what I'm looking for, this is not what I'm looking for. So don't bring things that are not relevant to what you are looking out for. Only highlight on the relevant experiences, and this will only happen when you customize your CV to fit the job description. Now, you have to include measurable accomplishments or achievements. You have so many achievements maybe you've done. You've increased sales, you've cut down costs, you've been able to recruit so many people within a space of time, and a whole lot. Ask yourself, are they measurable? Can I quantify it? You see, when I pick your CV and I see numbers, I'm excited. Wow, this guy said he's been able to increase sales from, let's say, 30% to 50%. That's exciting. Okay, and that is the person that I'm looking out for. But if you tell me you've been able to increase sales, by how much? Do I have to now call you and ask you, oh, so at what percentage did you increase the sales? Okay, it's time wasting. So right from scratch, get it right. Get it right from the start. Include accomplishments or achievement that can be quantified. When I see numbers, or any other hiring manager or recruiter sees numbers, they're excited. So put on it, I did X, Y, Z. This is how it was measured. Maybe I cut down costs by this. I was able to save the company this. When even the company going to hire you see this, like, okay, this is someone who is going to make an impact in my organization. Not someone who is just going to waste time, maybe moving around, using company Wi-Fi to watch videos and stuff. Include accomplishments or achievement that can be measured. Now, the next thing is to update your skill session. Every job requires a skill. So an accounting role, let's say a new role, will require a particular set of skill. It could be customer relationship, it could be relationship management, it could be Microsoft Excel proficiencies, it could be maybe SAP. That's per the job description. So you go through that after having reviewed the job description. Then you see, okay, this job requires that I have an experience maybe Microsoft Excel. You have Microsoft Excel, maybe you've been using it over the time, but you don't have it on your CV. Update it on your CV so that it can be able to pass through the 80 years. If the job requires an SAP proficiency and you have a SAP, but it's not on your CV, put it on it. Job search, as I keep on saying, is an art. Make sure you go through the pain to update your CV, update your skill. At least every month you need to update your CV. If you are really serious about getting the job, at least every month. People will say 2 weeks, but let me say, let's give us the benefit of the doubt. At least every month, because you are expected to learn something new. So at least every month, update your CV to fit your current job description. Your current working experiences and your current skill set. I think my video has been covered by the last Genevieve. Hello, Genevieve.
Hello, Adi.
Yeah, so
hello, Adi.
can you get me the next skill, the next point? In my video, my screen has been covered.
Okay, it has covered. Okay. I think the next one is proofread your CV.
Yes, so after having gone through all these processes, make sure you proofread your CV. Because it could be that because you are in a hurry to do something fast, you might get something wrong. Okay, so get time to proofread your CV, check for grammatical errors. If there's something that you need to dot your I's, you need to put full stop somewhere. All these things, people are very particular about it, especially companies and an employee. They're very particular about this. Check the formatting. If you have a CV, the font style at a part is maybe Times New Roman, at a part it is maybe Garamond, at a part it is other way. Make sure you have one format flowing through. Check the font size. If your headings are maybe font size 16, you check. If the other words are maybe font style 12, you check. Don't make other part 16, other part 18, other part 11. No, it doesn't make you look professional and serious about your job. All right.
The next one is reference. It's reference.
Yes, and then the reference. Now the question arises: should I always include a reference on my CV, or I have to always put it available on a request? Now, my simple advice would be that if you are within a working experience of, let's say, 1 to 5 years, make sure you put your reference on your CV. Entry-level positions or entry-level people looking for a job, make sure you put your reference on your CV. But high-level positions, let's say mid-level, 8 years to 15 years to 10 years, you can make it available on request. Because if I take an entry level guy's CV and I see with no experience, let's say you just came out from school, you done 1 year national service, and then with this 1 year national service, you are telling me that your CV, your reference are available on request. I'm like, oh wow, what have you done that I need to come back and ask you for reference before you give me? You understand? So for entry level position, at least two references on your CV be okay. But for high level position, 8 years and above, you can make it available on request. That is quite acceptable. But for entry level, please, at least two experience references on your CV will be ideal. All right. Can I have the next slide, please? Now, this is the 8 years. That's what Jobberman Ghana used, the 8 years. Now, you can see for yourself, this is a personal assistant job that was advertised. And then you can check the number of views. We have 8,168 views. And then we have 457 applications. Just ask yourself, I come to work early morning and then I see this number of applications that I have to sort. Maybe I've promised the client within the next 5 working days, I'll get to someone, interview them, present you the best fit. That's our product. And I have 457 applications. Will I get the time to go through each and every other application or CV just to find the right person? No. So what we use is the ATS, which is called the application tracking system, ATS for short. Now, we have the education level, we have the years of experience, the job function, the location. So whatever that I need based on the job description, I just type in it here. So I want someone with a degree. I want someone with 2 years experience. I put it there. I want someone maybe in Accra or maybe Kumasi or maybe Tamale. I want someone who expects a salary of, let's say, 1,500 to 2,000 and maybe age between 25 and 30. Anything that I want. Based on the job description, I just input it here. I just click enter. Now,
Hello, Adi.
all those with those kind of experiences with 7 applications.
Hello, Adi.
Just to guess, that is why we keep on. Hello, Genevieve. Can you hear me now?
Like you.
There was a break.
Yeah,
There was a break. Yeah, it's better now.
All right, so I was saying that I have this number of applications to go through. I won't have the time putting the keywords based on it, pick out the best one. So we keep on telling job seekers that anytime you see a job that you want to apply, look out for the job description. What does the job description require? Make sure you have it on your CV. If you have all those words that the job requires, if it is I manage, you put on manage. If it is Excel, you put on the Excel. And I input all these skills on the ATS. It will just bring out your CV. And then just within a space of 5 seconds, I'll be able to know who that I'm calling for an interview or not. So please and please again, anytime you see a job that you think you are qualified and you want to apply, tailor your CV to fit the job description. And it doesn't mean lie on your CV, because if you lie on your CV, you'll be caught. When you are called for interview and you've been asked to defend yourself on your CV and then you are not able to do that, it's something that is not called for. So tailor your CV, but don't lie on your CV. Make sure it fits the job description so that your CV can pass through the ATS, which all recruiters now use. All right, next slide, please. All right, so that brings me to the end of my presentation. At this point, I'll ask for if anyone has questions that maybe you would like to clarify for us. We'll be able to do that. Thank you very much for your time.
All right, thank you so much, Adi. So Adi is a recruitment specialist and a CV specialist here at Jobberman Ghana. And so far we have over 100 questions. Adi, I have questions here on Crowdcast, and then before the program, people sent in their messages. So we have a lot of questions. I think we'll just have to sieve them and categorize them and we can answer. So I have one coming in. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I think because of the break in... Okay, so yes, we are done with an hour. I think my audience will allow me to take an extra, let's say, 15 minutes so that we can answer their questions and all that. All right. So I have a question here coming in from. Okay, this is coming from Samuel Kabute. Samuel says, how do I quantify my performance and how do I calculate the contribution I've made to my company? Okay.
Okay.
I don't know whether Michael or Adi will take this one. Michael, would you take
Okay.
this one, please?
Okay, let me take this one. So,
Okay.
for instance, I made mention that if you are in a company, for instance, you start as a salesperson. When you started, probably they were the revenue, or better still, maybe they were able to do a sales of say 20,000 Ghana cedis. But with your when you came on board and pair your strategies and the systems that you've put in place, now you are making maybe a revenue of say 50,000. So it's more
Okay.
appropriate to calculate it in terms of value or percentage wise. This is how it so you can quantify. Oh, when maybe so mostly what people fail to do is when they get to an organization, they don't even get to know what were the prevailing challenges, what were as and when they joined, what was the various revenue targets of the organization, and as and when they are living, or as and when with their presence as in 4, 3, 5 months, the value that they have added on. So this, if you know these basic things, you can easily quantify the value or achievement that you've added to the organization. I hope my
Okay.
answer,
And then,
or if Adi wants to add something.
Okay, so
okay,
with
so let's.
regards to quantifying your achievements, now in every organization there's something we call performance management. So I'm sure each and every employee or staff has once in his or her career time being able to go through a performance management system. So we have metrics that you use to measure your performances. So right from the start, you know what is expected of you. So you keep track. That's how you can quantify your achievement. So if you're able to do what
Okay.
you've been asked to do within a time frame which was, let's say, below what you were expected, you can put that as an achievement and you can quantify that. Maybe I was able to increase sales from, let's say, 10,000 cedis a month to 20,000 within a space of 3 weeks. That's an achievement which you can quantify.
Okay.
You get it.
All
So
right.
be taking
All right.
note of
So,
your daily activities and the daily processes. You'll be able to quantify that.
okay, so let's move to the next question. This is coming from Mami Fosia. Mami Fosia says, "Can you add your skill?" Okay, under skills, she's under skills. Can you still add skills that may not necessarily be required for the job, like hobbies? I don't get the question well. I don't know whether Adi, you understand the question Mami Fosia is trying to ask, or maybe
Okay,
she
if
wants
I
to know
understand
if
Mami
you can
Fosua,
add your hobbies, if your hobbies are related to the job. Is it possible for
yes,
you to
when it
add?
comes to hobbies, okay, it is a no on a CV. If you are using
Okay.
the CV for a job search, I will not recommend that you bring a hobby on your CV. But if it's for academic purposes, let's say you're applying for a scholarship, and then maybe your hobby is running, and then you think the school that you are going to study will need that particular hobby, you can add it. It's as Michael
Okay.
said, it's a marketing tool. So market yourself. So ask yourself, what is the person expectation? What does the person want? Is what I'm putting on my CV, is it going to help the person? If not, don't add it. Yeah.
Okay, so and I have another question also coming from, okay, this doesn't have a name, it's anonymous. So it says, I want to find out if it's relevant to add objectives to your CV, your personal objectives. Is it relevant?
Yes, for personal objectives, it is relevant, but you need to skill it to fit the organizational objective of the company that you want to work with. So let's say if you want to work with, let me take example, a company like Unilever, and you want to put on your objective, go to Unilever's website, look out for their objective. What is Unilever looking out for? Are they in line with your objective? If not, you skill it to fit the objective. That's how come the person like, oh, this is someone who has an interest in my organization. Let me invite him or her. If not, and then you
Okay.
make the objective a mismatch between your side and then the company side. No one is going to call you.
Okay, this one again coming from Kabote. It says if I've been working in sales for over 8 years before getting a degree, when applying for an entry level role, will it look contradictory that I have worked for over 8 years?
Let me take that one. I don't think it is. It will not, because at the end of the day, we look at your experiences and as a different standards compared to that of your academic achievements. So those achievements should not be, they are not in any way will be contradicting. At the end of the day, we are looking at your experience. You've worked for 5 years, 6 years, 8 years. That is your working experiences. And your academic experience is also different. So definitely it has no issues at all.
Okay, and this is coming from Nathaniel Omona Bediako. Nathaniel says, so if your skill set is more than what is required, should you reduce all the skills to just the skill set in the job description?
I would
It's
say
just like okay, so what I understand is just like you are applying for a job that demands a diploma and you have a master's degree. Would you still state that you have a master's degree, or you have to come to the level of a diploma, that, oh, I have a diploma?
yes, come to the level of a diploma.
Well,
Because that makes you not the best match for that particular role at that moment.
So which means he's overqualified for the job?
Precisely.
Exactly.
Precisely. And one other thing that I'll add is, if you hide anything as well on your CV, for instance, they were looking for technical people with HND in one institution, and someone had a degree or who equally applied for the role. Now, that person came back to apply with the HND, but with time, what that person did was, as he had a chance to join the team, the organization, later he developed and also showed his CV that, okay, aside what you asked for, I can do this extra. And when there was a promotion and other roles which they thought that probably from his experience he can perform, he later had the chance to move ahead of his peers. So you can hide it, but when you have the chance to enter, probably you can do better and probably show it up later.
Okay. So this one is coming from Emanuela Gansa. Emanuela says, how can I make my CV stand out even though I don't have much experience? Adi, would you take that?
Yeah, Adi, take that. Or better still, you can make a standard here. When you're talking about,
can you please take the question again?
I don't know. Come again.
I think Michael is answering it, so let's allow Michael to answer the question.
Okay, so when you talk about standard, I don't know what it in her own expectations, what are standards here. So if you don't have a job, if you don't have any past experience, at least you started, you had an internship, you performed an internship role, maybe you had your national service. These are all experiences that you can put on. So there shouldn't be no at all on your CV in terms of experience. There should be something that you can build on. I hope your question is answered.
Yeah, yes,
and also,
we have a
just
lot.
Just to add up to what Michael said, most of that people don't have the experience, but it's how they put it.
Yeah.
So you see someone scattering the experience on the CV. No, like, let it look nice. Okay, it's your marketing tool. So how you present yourself is how you be taken for serious or something. So make it look nice. You understand?
Okay, so yes, I'll come back to the question. So before we go on to the question, I'd like our audience to know that if you need your CV to be revamped, Jobberman can help you do that, and we offer you a free CV review. So all you have to do is, when you check okay, so if you're watching us on Crowdcast, just check the button on your left side. You see what we call the call to action. So the call to action is a green button with CV services. You click on that and you are able to view what entails and what you have to do to get your CV reviewed by Jobberman Ghana. And after reviewing, we will help you out choose the perfect package for yourself. If you need it within 1 week, we can help you. If you need it within 3 days, we can help you. And then if you need it within 24 hours, we can also do that for you. We have our CV specialist here to help you. So moving on, we have this question coming in, and it says, what are some of the reasons why I don't get called for a job interview after applying? I have a job seeker account on Jobberman, and it's been over 8 years. This is coming from Alfred Ejekum. So Adi, what will be the answer for this person? He's been applying for jobs for over 8 years on Jobberman, and he has not been called for
Probably because you are using one
interview.
CV for all jobs, and then probably because
Okay.
you've not updated your
Hello Adi, are you there?
CV, or let's say their CV from time to time. Make sure you update your profile so that when you have a job that fits your role, our system will just send you a notification that you qualify for this job, you can apply. But if not, you just be in the database thinking the jobs will come. It doesn't come like that. Update yourself, update your profile. It's an art. Go through, you'll get it.
Okay, and I have this one coming
And
from
as we
Muniru.
said, please let me add, as we said, tailor make your CV. The CV should be tailor made to suit the job role. So you can just be applying, but if it's not tailor made to suit the very job that we're looking for, or the very person for that role, definitely you will not be called.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Michael. So, okay, Philip says, I seriously need help. I graduated since 2016 with no permanent job. All right, Philip, with you can just sign up on Jobberman, create a job seeker account, and you can apply to any job of your choice depending on your interest and then your qualification. So anybody at all can sign up on Jobberman, provided you are looking for a job. We can help you connect to the right employers. And do you have vacancy related to business administration and accounting? This is coming from Francis. Okay, Francis, with this one, yes, we have a lot of jobs pertaining to admin and accounting. So log on to www.jobberman.com.gh and you'll be good to go. So I have this one. Okay, I think I've read this. This is coming from Persis Ofori. I have tried a number of jobs on your website, but I never succeeded. Why? I think this question has already been answered. Like, you don't have a tailored CV, and maybe you are applying to the wrong jobs. And so let's move on. We have, okay, so this is coming from Jeffrey Yao Ajololo. Jeffrey says, do I pay for the CV review? Jeffrey, the CV review is free. It's so free. So it depends only when we really want you to revamp. If we see that you have some few edits that we have to make, then we recommend to you and you check the packages which one will fit your budget. So that is what we do here. CV for the review, it is free. And what are the reasons why? Okay, we've answered this one. We've answered this one. All right. So I have this very question coming from Abdul Wadud Idrisu. So Adi, I think this one I'll direct it to you. It says, most of the job ads I see are listed as anonymous, and I don't see any email address attached to them. All I see is apply. Why is it so?
Okay, so jobberman.com.gh is a portal. So it's like a market between seekers and employers. So the jobs, you have to apply through Jobberman Ghana, and most of the time employers want their name to be anonymous. That's how come we have the company name to be anonymous. But once you go through the process and you realize you are the best fit, before you go for the interview, we'll let you know the name of the company that you are going to be interviewed at. So until then, the name will remain anonymous.
Okay, and this one is also, okay, I think it's the same question, similar to what you've already answered. Okay, so Foster says, can I get a job in Koforidia? All right, yes, Foster, you can get jobs in Koforidia. Yes, on our portal, we have jobs based on locations and then in industries. So if you are in Ashanti region, you are in the eastern region, you are in the northern part of Ghana, and even in the western region, yes, there are jobs that are in those areas, and you could find one there, depending on your interest and the kind of industry that you really want to work in. So, okay, so this is coming from Roger. Roger says, with a CV review, do I need to have a job seeker account on Jobberman before I can request for a review? Adi.
So do you have to go with?
He's asking if what does he have to create a job seeker account before he can ask for a CV review?
Oh no. But after the CV review, and you want to get connected to jobs, then you can create an account, a job seeker account. Yeah, but for when you go to the website and then you want a CV review, you can just click on the call to action tab and then we'll be able to assist you.
Okay,
but we recommend you create an account.
All right, so that you can be connected to employers looking for people like yourself. Yes, so I have this one coming from Daniel. Daniel says, please can Jobberman help us with internship placements?
Daniel, yes, we can help you get internship. Just sign up on our platform. When there's a need for an intern, we'll come to the database, and then if you've signed up as an intern, we'll be able to connect to you. If you want national service positions to still sign up on our platform, we'll be able to help you out.
Okay, I was about asking you about national service because somebody just sent a message like that. How about national service?
Sure.
Okay, so somebody says, this is coming from Efwa Saki. Efwa says, can you please, I just joined, can you please give me an overview of how your portal works, and also is there a free CV review? Adi, would you take that or I should?
Okay, so yes, you can get a free CV review if there's the need for you there's the need for you to get a rewrite, then you choose a package from our package list. Yeah, I didn't get the other part of the question, the first part.
Okay, so she's trying to know how our platform works. As a
okay,
job
so our platform, as I said, is a portal. So it's like a middle ground for seekers and employers. So if you need a job, you come there. If employers also need people to hire, they come there. So you only match based on experience and then qualification. Yeah.
Okay, and I think I would like to add this. So if you're a job seeker, aside your CV, one major thing you have to do is optimize your profile. On Jobberman, we give you the opportunity to fill in certain details. So those details are able to also tell the employers what exactly you can do and if you really fit the job that they want you to do. So optimizing your profile is also number one. And then again, I get sometimes we get messages or call-ins from job seekers, and they're like, okay, I've created a job seeker account, but I don't see any jobs coming into my mail. You are not getting the job notifications because you have not created as an alert. When you sign up on Jobberman, you have to create an alert. Alerts will help you know the current or the latest jobs that are available. So if you do create an alert, also make sure that you let us know that you want a job, let's say in the FMCG, also in the mining sector or in the marketing field. That will also enable us so that when there is a job related to that field, it can be pushed to you. And then again, let us know your level of education and your competences. That is very key because these days, at Jobberman, we mentioned the Best Match 2.0. So with Best Match, we deal with skills assessment tests. Employers are using skills assessment tests to test the knowledge and competences of job seekers like you. So if you really optimize your profile, it will really help you and do you good by finding your dream job on Jobberman Ghana. So I think we will be good to go in the next 5 minutes. Adi and Michael, let me see if I have another question here. Okay, I have a lot of them, but it looks like the basic ones we've answered them, and we promised them it was going to be just 45 minutes, but we took additional time, so we'll have to end it in the next 5 minutes. But before we go, I would like you to help us answer these questions. There's a survey, I'm putting the link down here so that you help us answer, and then let us know the topics you would like us to treat the next time we have a live session like this. And so Adi, if you are there, hello Adi, hello Michael.
Yeah, hello.
Hello Genevieve.
I want to hear your last words. Yes, I want to hear your last words for our audience.
Oh, okay. Adi.
Okay, so my last words would be that yes, there's a need for people to get employed. We all need jobs, but when you go to the website, make sure you're applying for the right job based on your experience and based on your skills and then your qualifications. Please and please again, tailor your CV to fit every job description that you see on the platform before you apply, so that you don't come back and say, I've been applying for jobs on Jobberman, I'm not getting calls for interview, or maybe I'm not getting jobs. We are here to help employers and also help seekers. So please tailor your CV to fit every job or any job that you see on our platform. When you do that, you are good to go. All right, thank you.
Okay. I think Adi has summarized it all. And also, one thing I will also entreat all job seekers is to always and always make sure you are so truthful, you are so honest with your CV. Don't lie. Let people know
Okay.
what value you are bringing on board. Trust me, at whatever level you are, there is someone looking for your services. So just don't lie. Take it a step at a time, and surely one day you go there.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
All right, thank you, Adi Amwakotsiao. Adi is our recruiter and a CV specialist here with us at Jobberman Ghana. And Michael is our recruitment manager here at Jobberman Ghana. My name is Genevieve Amponza, and I'm the community marketer here at Jobberman Ghana. Thank you all so much for joining. It has been a great one with you. Yes, we promised you 45 minutes, but we've taken a bit of your time. Thank you so much for being with us till now. And okay, so somebody's asking, please, can you share your email? Yes, so if you want to reach out to Jobberman, you can call our customer experience team on 054-290-4650. And then our email is info@jobberman.com.gh. info@jobberman.com.gh. I will drop them in the comment section so that you can have it anytime you want. So thank you all so much. And then again, this video will be live again. Yes, after this session, yes, you can rewatch it, and I will also post it on our YouTube channel. So if you go on YouTube, search for Jobberman Ghana .gh or just Jobberman Ghana, and you'll find this video there. If you missed this session, this is for you. Thank you for joining once again. My name is Genevieve Amponsa. Bye. It's been a great session.